welcome to Boys in the Burgh, the podcast all about Pittsburgh and these boys. A podcast about the Burgh and a podcast about the boys. That's why we call it Boys in the Burgh. I think that makes more sense. Well, my name is Chris Speranza.
I'm JJ Speranza, and it does make sense, Chris.
Thank you. That's why we named it. And today's episode is, just because I've been singing this song out loud, let's get down to business to select the food.
Oh man, I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite topics. Let's talk about it.
This is the first time we are ever doing this, where we are actually live in person, going to create our Pittsburgh food Boys in the Burgh March Madness bracket. And you guys, finally you get to see how the sausage gets made and how this all goes down. And how it usually happens is I make a list and I go, JJ, this is what we're doing. And he goes, okay. But this year, it's pretty controversial because I came up with like 16 food ideas. And I was like, that's it. And JJ went, well, what about these ones? And now we actually have gone a little bit back and forth. So we are here to finish this bracket right here. We will be down to 16 teams by the end of this, hopefully 45 minutes.
It's so cool. 2 years ago, we did the Kennywood rides. Who was the winner? Who was the best in our opinion? We did Kennywood food last year. So this year we're mixing it up. We are doing Pittsburgh food. Nothing to do with Kennywood except for maybe one or two food items. So it's going to be a really fun conversation.
Yes, and this is Selection Sunday. Usually we release episodes on Friday, but we missed it just because other stuff. So it's going to be Selection Sunday, and then we will record and release an episode for Friday where we will see who wins. So this is a first for us. We're recording in the morning.
No, I'm drinking coffee and not beer. It feels weird.
I know. I got my coffee mug with me. It is the Starbucks special Disney World coffee mug. It's really neat.
It's a small world, isn't it?
It sure is a small world. Let me see if I can keep showing it without spilling my coffee. So they got all the landmarks and everything and all that.
Oh,
See?
that's cool.
I know, right? It's a super cool mug. I love it.
Did you buy that at Disney or did you buy that at just a random Starbucks?
Even better, shopdisney.com.
Hey, there you go. Chris, before we start talking though, where can they find us?
Well, that's a great question. On shopdisney.com. No, they can find us at Boys in the Burgh on Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. They can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see these beautiful faces, if you want to see what the mug actually looked like, we're on YouTube, and you can watch videos on Spotify. It's pretty interesting. And finally, TikTok. 300 followers now. It keeps growing and growing and growing. I'm so happy about it.
So exciting. Thank you, everyone. Actually, I had a compliment that I had to pass on to you from one of our listeners. They said their name is Adam, and he said that he had a conversation with an IT person that was from India, and they had a full-blown conversation about WWE from what he learned on our podcast.
Well, my WWE knowledge is endless and enough to concern someone.
It's big compliments to you because, as you know, I sit here and just make up names for people that you actually care about.
Well, another episode. Do we talk about WrestleMania 43 coming up?
We got a lot of stuff coming up here.
Tonight's the we're recording on a Saturday. Tonight's the Elimination Chambers. Unless you have the ESPN app that you have to pay $29.99 a month for.
Boo! I borrow DirecTV.
A streaming war is a different thing. But let's get started. Let's stop flapping our gums.
Wait! Who won the Royal Rumble?
It was. Oh God. You're making me blank right here.
We can go back to that. I was just curious.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. I don't know why I'm blanking. It's just been so generic lately with WWE. No,
lately?
We're finding out right now. Royal Rumble. Van.
I assume they had like 15 of them.
Keep vamping, JJ. Okay, Roman Reigns and Liv Morgan won their Royal Rumble.
Generic.
Now let's stop flapping our gums. Let's get this shit started. Let's see what delicious food is going to make the bracket. And JJ and I have been going back and forth with a shared notes page through Apple, and we have a bunch of options. And here's the first question I want to ask you about this bracket. Do we want it to be exclusively food, or do we include drinks as well?
I was actually going to ask you that too. Do we include drinks? Is it savory food? Is it sweet food? Is it just a little bit of everything? How do you feel about that?
My idea, usually I have like categories and everything like that, but when I printed out this bracket on printyourbrackets.com, it kind of has a ranking of 1 through 16. And I kind of started liking that idea of like, you and I, we can decide who's number 1, who's number 2, and so on all the way to the bottom and kind of have them compete that way.
You know what? Let's do that then. Let's do that and let's just throw it all out to the wind. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll add it to the list because I feel like there are savory fans, there are sweet fans, there are people who prefer drinks. We'll just roll with that.
Because there are like drinks that did come up that were, Turner's iced tea and icy light. Like those were when soon as I saw those two, I'm like, this is beyond food now. This is just Pittsburgh anything. And how crazy would it be if like, icy light ended up winning it all for Pittsburgh food?
I mean, it is the number one seller of Primanti Brothers.
It is. And it's Lent. And remember a couple years ago when a guy tried to just drink exclusively beer for Lent rather than eating food?
I did see that. I actually went to Arby's and got their fish sandwich the other day, and like on Friday because they had a food truck come, but it was like all barbecue food, and I was like, I need to try and be a good Catholic boy, even though I'm not Catholic anymore.
Yeah, I do like the fast food fishes. Like they are actually really good.
Arby's in particular. Anyway, okay, let's quit digressing here. 1 through 16, we have a whole list here of foods and places and all this good stuff. Do you have any questions about the plus stuff I put on there?
Uh, I have so many questions about the
Lay it
food
on me.
that you put on there. So let me kind of go through my list real quick. This is what sparked the idea. I put on there the Big Mac because technically the Big Mac is from Pittsburgh. And then Primanti Sandwich, Kennywood fries, Quaker Steak and Lube wings, Pierogies, Isley's Chip Chop Ham Barbecue, Heinz Ketchup, Pittsburgh Salad with fries on top, PNC Park Nachos, Icy Light, Smiley Cookie, Turner's Iced Tea, Oakmont Bakery, Woolies Fish Sandwich, DeLuca's Pancakes, and Wedding Soup. That's what I put on there just from like thinking off the top of my head. And JJ, I'll let you say yours.
Actually, I need to add one more onto mine because we are doing all the different foods. So, banana split.
From Latrobe.
That's right. Pepperoni rolls from Mancini's and DeLello's. The Pepe's steak and cheese hoagie. Rudy's steak and cheese hoagie. Pamela's crepe style hotcakes. City chicken, which we'll talk about that. Hunky hand grenades, which we'll talk about that.
Yep, I had to ask my dad about that one.
Did you really? Did he know?
Yes, he did.
Nice. Beto's raw pizza, or as they call Ohio Valley style pizza, halushki, and turkey Devonshire, which you may have had to ask him about that too.
So I'm just gonna let's just start with what number one is. Number one's got to be the Primanti sandwich, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is if you type in Pittsburgh iconic foods, that usually comes up as number one.
All right. So Primanti sandwich, congratulations, you're our number one seed. So now we got to go to the number 2 seed here. Let's see, where's number 2?
I think Pittsburgh salad with fries on top.
Okay, I found my number 2. Pittsburgh salad. So it's tough because Pittsburgh salad, it can be number 2, but also this is going to be hard just because there is like Heinz ketchup, because Heinz ketchup is like a huge brand that started in Pittsburgh. Or icy light if we are doing the drink category also.
Let me ask you this, with breaking down these, categories, Oakmont Bakery is the store itself. Is there any food in particular from Oakmont Bakery that you wanna add on there? Like their burnt, almond torte or something like that?
See, that's why I actually don't get angry at me, people. I'm actually thinking about eliminating that from the bracket in general because I don't know. I haven't eaten much food from Oakmont Bakery. I had one thing and it was like I don't know what it was called, but it was like a bacon maple like thing or whatever, a pastry, and I ate it and I was like, "This is good. I really like this." But you know what else is good? The Donut Chef in Delmont. And I definitely put it on that level. People don't get angry at me, don't kill me. But I'm just like, I don't know if like Oakmont Bakery as a whole makes it onto this bracket because it's a whole store.
I would say that Oakmont Bakery should get an honorable mention because itself is a standalone.
All right. Let's make an honorable mention. People that we know is not gonna make it. Sorry, Oakmont Bakery. Maybe if you were closer, maybe we'd have a better time.
Gosh. This is a podcast all about, the west part of Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh. Now, okay, so in my research, Oakmont Bakery, the, burnt almond t burnt almond God, I can't remember it, torte, that is their specialty. That is what dessert is very, very Pittsburgh in general. So just throwing that out there, that is the one dessert that they make that is, like, top tier.
Do we eliminate the Big Mac from this list?
Put it at a very strong 15.
Very strong 15 because it's not like distinctively Pittsburgh, but there is a whole museum about it in North Huntington. So it's tough.
Created in Pittsburgh, so we can kinda, like I'd put it very low if it makes the list.
Let's put all this stuff in numerical order and then we could kind of go and fill in the spots and everything.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
I'm
So
with you, though. Heinz ketchup number 2.
hell yeah, I knew you'd agree. I knew you'd agree.
Just because that is so iconic, even with Heinz Field when that was the thing.
Yes. All right, Heinz ketchup number 2. Number 3 on here. Where's my number 3? Sorry, this bracket I had to when I printed it out, it was so small and I like zoomed it out like this and now it's like really pixelated. So I'm trying to like got my glasses on even though my AI profile photo doesn't have it.
Stone Shade.
I think number 3, ooh, I don't know. These are some heavy hitters. So the heavy hitters on my mind right now that I'm looking at, like you definitely have some deep cuts, JJ, but I feel like I have like classics on here. Um, I would probably say some heavy hitters I'm looking at right now is like uh potato patch fries, icy light, smiley cookie, Turner's iced tea, pierogies, or Isley's chip chop ham. It I don't know. We could probably just fill in like some of those just that way.
Can we do Icy Light slash Icy Light Mango?
Mm, okay. I'll allow it.
We don't have to make 2 separate categories because it's the same thing, but as long as you're okay with that, I would like to do that.
How about icy light brands?
That works. I like it.
Because they got like 3 different drinks on there. It's like Iron City, Icy Light Mango, and is there another one?
Yes, I forget what the other one is. But yeah, let's do that. And I'd actually put that pretty high up. That is the next one on the list.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, Icy Light Brands. Perfect. All right. Number 4. Where's number 4 on here? I found you. So number 4. Are you eliminating these off the list as we go?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Because I'd be
Yes.
like, how about this icy light? And you'd be like, we already did that 4 times.
Primantis.
uh Number 4, I'd probably put mm, I don't know. I'm in kind of putting a lot of input in. What do you think number 4 should be?
I think number 4 should be Pittsburgh Salad. So the reason why I wanna rank that so high is because when I think about coming back to Pittsburgh, I make a list of the places I wanna go to, and Primanti Brothers is one, but somewhere like King's, well, as we know now, not King's anymore, but somewhere that has a good, like, chicken salad, buffalo chicken salad, Pittsburgh style is, like, on the list.
I'm gonna put on there specifically the buffalo chicken because
That's a good idea.
that's a delicious one. It's got to be the fried chicken too, breaded chicken, not grilled chicken.
There's a really good place in North Pittsburgh called Milano's, and their salads are bomb. They always make really, really good Pittsburgh salads.
Perfect. So Pittsburgh salad, yeah, because you're really harping on that, and that's why I let you decide because I'm like I'm really shitting on his decisions.
We're gonna do Chris's choices first, then mine at the bottom.
Number 5, where are you? Hold on, let me look at this list, this pixelated list. Okay, I can't tell what that is.
Don't you have the
Okay,
shared
I
thing on our phone?
found it. I found 5. No, this is just a paper bracket. I'm just filling it in.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Number 5. Okay. I would say number 5, we're probably looking at I'm between like Smiley Cookie, Potato Patch Fries, or like Turner's iced tea. I feel like that's where I'm at with those.
Let's do Potato Patch because I feel like those should be ranked pretty high.
Okay. Potato Patch
Potato.
Fries.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Pittsburgh really likes their french fries.
We do, and it's done a specific way that's not done anywhere else. Well, it can be. Let me just throw that out there. It can be. It's just better in Pittsburgh.
It is better in Pittsburgh. Something about the oil. I think someone commented and said something about the oil in particular. I don't know. I'll put a TikTok out and I'll be like, "Hey, person, respond to this again."
Maybe it's the humidity.
It's the humidity. Number 6 on the list. Let's see. Where are some heavy hitters left?
Hey, can we put Big Mac as an honorable mention?
Yes. Let's do
Okay.
that. Let's do that. I agree with that.
I'm really proud that we do have that as part of our, like, history, like, being made here, but, like, I don't know, when I think of Big Mac, you can get a Big Mac anywhere.
Do you just keep thinking about the guy that eats a Big Mac every single day for just it's like this skinny hippie looking guy, just like, "I just eat it every day, man."
He was what, 19 or 2002 or 2001, they made that documentary, Super Size Me. I think he had eaten 1,000,000 at that time,
That's
or
insane.
1,000. It was something like a couple thousand or something like that. I don't know how he does it.
He held on to all the boxes too, remember that?
Oh my god.
He
Forgot about
categorized
that.
every single clamshell box.
You know what? That guy's probably still alive.
Well, I guarantee he is. Once your body gets used to that, you know, no turning back. Alright, number 6. I'm actually between, I think I'm at, like, 3 things right now. Turner's iced tea, Smiley cookie, or Isley's chip chop ham.
Why don't we do Isley's, Smiley Cookie, and Turner's for the next 3?
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I'll listen to your opinion, I guess.
The Smiley Cookie is such a debated thing because some people, half of the people in Pittsburgh are like, "This is like chalk. I don't wanna eat this." The other half are like, "I have to get that when I'm in the Burgh."
And other people, from what we found out from our most viral video, love the frowny brownie.
Now, I wish it was still a thing so we can put it on our list.
I gotta give a shout out to the person that commented and said she was the frowny brownie for Halloween one year. So shout out to her.
Hey, that's awesome.
All right, so you did 6 Isley's chipped ham. Number 7, you said Turner's iced tea, and then 8 Smiley cookie.
I think so.
Okay, Turner's iced tea, and number 8. For people watching the video, I had to like put it out in front of me. Here we go. 8 Smiley cookie. Okay, perfect. So that actually settles the first half. Like we got our heavy hitters in. Now we got to get our Cinderella stories in here.
Actually looking something up real quick here because I don't know, like, Quaker Steak and Lube, obviously, there's a bunch of locations in Pittsburgh, but are they from Pittsburgh?
I always assumed they were because I just kept thinking of Man versus Food with Adam Richman, and he went to Quaker Steak and Lube to do a wing challenge.
I forgot about that. That is a really, really good point.
Now,
You
the
know what?
question is,
Yeah,
are there better wings out there? Yeah, there are. But Quaker Steak and Lube, they have a lot more of a wing sauce choice variety than most places. Probably on the level of like Buffalo Wild Wings.
yeah, I could see that. You know what? That actually would qualify it to be on the list, I think.
Yeah. And let's see what we have left. We got the heavy hitters out of the way. I kind of want to go into your kind of thing. Um, actually, now that I'm still looking at my half of the list, I think pierogi should be number 9.
I agree. That needs to
Yeah.
go on there pretty high.
Yes. Pierogies. You deleted it. I don't know how to spell it. P.
Shoot, I'm sorry. I
I'll
think it's
I'll
like
I'll
P.
I'll figure it out when I have to redo this whole bracket and write it in.
I think it's P-I-E-R or something like that.
Okay. I wrote in what I think how a pierogies is spelled
It's just like a drawing.
because pierogies are so big here. Like they started here, and like for real, like when I lived in Indianapolis, and if you go to a grocery store, it's hard to find frozen pierogies.
Besides Mrs. T's, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So Pittsburgh, they know what to do with them pierogies. Butter and, onions, and that's it. That's all you gotta put on there.
It's so funny because pierogies are a part of the dumpling family, and you can find dumplings all across the world in different ways. So it's just like the Polish version of a dumpling, and it's so it's just you think of it pierogi, you think Western Pennsylvania.
So I hate to jump to the conclusion, jump to this real quick. Uh, with putting pierogies in there, we have our first matchup: Smiley Cookie versus pierogies. I don't want us to think further into this. I'm just announcing, like, that is the first matchup that we have just created.
Like that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Now, kind of looking at the list that we have left. Ooh, you know what? I'm looking at like Woolies fish sandwich, and I'm also looking at banana split.
Woolies is there are some amazing fish fries in Pittsburgh, but year round to get the best fish sandwich in Pittsburgh, year round, Woolies is the best.
That's no question there. The minute you walk in, you just smell fish, obviously, because there's literally live fish tanks of fish walking around. It's just like, not walking, swimming around. It's like that one. Chop.
Like old school Red Lobster.
I I think I want to do banana split as number 10.
Like that. Very, oh man, you can get banana splits anywhere in Pittsburgh because it's from Latrobe. We went to Sarah's Candy in Cannonsburg, and they have their own version of the banana split with the Sarah's Candy, like stuff, which is from Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. So there's another little sweet tidbit for you if you want to put Sarah's Candy as our honorable mention.
Hell yeah. Oh, honorable mention, Sarah's Candy. Yes. So good that JJ Watt even mentioned it on a live broadcast.
Yeah, he did. Shout out.
Sarah's Candy. That brings us to our second matchup created: Turner's Iced Tea and the Banana Split.
This is going to be hard.
That's
And we
why
want
we
to
got.
hear, we're going to announce these at the end too of all the matchups. We want to hear what you guys think before we even start talking about it. Like, let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way how to put that on social media. It's gonna be tough. So because I'm not an editor, so you're welcome, guys.
If anyone can handle it, it can be you, Chris, or
Oh,
us together.
thank you. Together. Let's see. We're at number 11 now. Let's see.
That was a deep cut, Chris.
It was. Let's put Holy's fish sandwich in there because it's a pretty good matchup. I'll tell you after I put it in.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Holy's fish sandwich. All right, so that brings up another matchup, which is Woolies fish sandwich and Isley's chip chop ham.
Oh, Okay, all right. Damn, that's gonna be tough.
I looked at that and I'm like, "Oh, shit.
The
We're gonna have to do
juggernauts.
that."
Could we,
So we're
can we maybe put PNC Park nachos and food as an honorable mention?
yeah, that's fine. I'll agree. I'll allow it. Well, watch yourself, McCoy.
Not that I don't sorry. Not that I don't love PNC Park nachos, but I feel like PNC Park as a whole, there's just so much to eat there, you know? It's hard to pinpoint one thing in particular.
It is. I agree. And when I first like looked up the list, I did use a little bit of AI to help me out. And AI, you don't want to take like everything to heart with it. So I just, took some of the stuff that's on there and, I could feel like confident at the time until like you start bringing up like hunky hand grenades in Quirky Devonshire. And then I'm like, okay, I guess we got to include other stuff, some deep cuts here.
It's called research.
I don't do research. So what are we at now? Number 12. I'm not going to tell you who would face, but let's see.
So, for those who don't know, city chicken is basic. It's not Chinese food. It's literally chicken breast coated with like breading and fried in like olive oil or vegetable oil. That's all it is. And our mom made that all the time when we were growing up. The technical name is city chicken.
Oh, that's what it is. It's just like chicken breasts, like cut up, and then just like Italian breading, and then just like Italian, what's it called? Not breadcrumbs, like
Panko.
pancake. Yeah. And then just putting that like a little bit of not olive oil, vegetable oil in there and just kind of turning it.
That's all it is. Yeah, it was a way to like save money for the people in Pittsburgh because it's easy and cheap to make. It's just like strips. It's like chicken strips almost, but it's with chicken breast.
Nice. So thank you for giving us that on City Chicken. I don't know. Did it say a lot of people make City Chicken in Pittsburgh?
It may be more of an honorable mention because no one really goes to Pittsburgh for city chicken, but it is something that's very like a part of the culture in Pittsburgh, or at least it was.
All right. That has been moved to the honorable mention category. I feel like there is something between DeLuca's pancakes and Pamela's crepe style pancakes
Ooh, yeah, those two have a pretty big competition.
because they're not far from each other. Like, I feel like if anything, DeLuca's is more into like I don't know what you want to call it, main part of the strip district. And Pamela's, I've actually never been to Pamela's because it was actually a little bit further on the outskirts of the strip district.
I mean, if we're talking like as far as Pittsburgh food goes, Adam Richmond did go to Pamela's to get the pancakes.
And he also went to DeLuca's to get weird pancakes that I've never seen done at DeLuca's ever.
Thought that was Pamela's.
Nah, he went to DeLuca's also where they put like the dessert and everything on there.
That wasn't Pamela's?
Nope, that was DeLuca's.
Oh, shoot. I got to watch an episode again.
I'll fight you.
Your knowledge is you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to TV shows. I don't question that anymore.
Too much TV. That's the way I am. So I would okay. Now I'm looking at the list. I'll put Quaker Steak and Lube on the honorable mention. Okay. There was a guy on TikTok. I'll give a shout out to him too. He's called like the Pittsburgh Wing Guy. I need to like really sit down and like watch his stuff because he does go to like he does put in the work and effort to go to all these wing places.
I miss Pittsburgh wings. I'm gonna be back in the city for a day or two in a couple months here, and I really just want to, while I'm there for a hot second, get some type of good wings like Scooby's in Greensburg or something.
Steak and lube. So steak means the food and lube means an oil change. Sorry, I don't know why this is hitting me just now. I'm just like steak and lube. Okay.
That's why there's cars all over the place.
Yeah, that does make sense. How many have we even picked our number 11 yet?
Nope.
No, we
We
picked our
talked.
11. We're trying to get 12 in there right now, right? 12.
Let's decide right now. Pamela's or DeLuca's? You worked in the strip, so you have better knowledge of that than I do.
I feel like more people are going to lean towards Pamela's though.
I'm okay with that.
So we're picking DeLuca's. No, I'm kidding.
I've also been to both, but more often I go to DeLuca's. But Pamela's is more famous for their crepe style pancakes or hot cakes, as they call it.
But you know what I also feel is good on here is the Peppy steak and cheese hoagie.
Oh yeah, that is some good eating.
Or see, this is the deep cuts now. Pepperoni roll at Mancini's or DeLuca, DeLello's for those, you know, Westmoreland County people.
Can we put that on the list? The pepperoni rolls next.
Put it on next? Yes, let's do that.
I
Number 12.
absolutely adore those.
Give us the history of the pepperoni roll because I didn't even know about this.
So I quick off the top of my head, it was something that was started. I mean, obviously, it had been like variations of it had been around for a while, but it wasn't like branded until Mancini's branded it. Well, I forget how many years ago it was, but it made a huge difference in the city scene of Pittsburgh. I don't know if you've noticed, but food in Pittsburgh seems to be, back in the day, super quick and easy, like portions. So big old Primanti Brothers, pepperoni rolls is a big old loaf of bread with pepperoni and cheese shoved in it. Like it's just hearty, big foods that get you through winter and just taste really good. And I feel like the more we discuss Pittsburgh food, the more you see it. Like cheap ingredients, great food, good combinations, and big portions.
Well, I'm glad you picked something savory because the next matchup is potato patch fries versus the pepperoni roll.
Ooh, okay. Damn.
I was kind of hoping we'd go away from the sweet portion and get to the savory, and I'm like, yeah. Let's see what the next one is. Not 13.
Let me
You
ask you
just want me
this.
Yes.
No, no, go
Yeah.
ahead. What were you gonna say?
Do you just want me to tell you who they'd be facing and see which one would be a good matchup? All right. Who would compete well against the Pittsburgh salad with fries?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. In Philadelphia, they have the cheesesteak. In Pittsburgh, we have the steak and cheese. So, there are variations like the Primanti Brothers cheesesteak bomb and stuff like that. But Pepe's, Rudy's, any restaurant you go to that has hoagies, it's a steak and cheese. So I feel like Pittsburgh steak and cheese, I think that should be the one that contests against it.
Or looking at our list that we have left, Haluski.
Yeah, you can't go to any ball games in Pittsburgh without getting some halushki.
And we're not talking about pirate baseball games. We're talking about like high school football games and like middle school baseball games. Like that's where you get a Haluski from.
It's the easy stuff too. Cabbage, noodles, butter.
All right. I'm putting Haluski in there. Do you agree?
I like it. I agree. I like that a
Okay.
lot.
Is it Haluski or Halushki?
Uh, I think it's haluski, but we pronounce it halushki for some reason.
Yeah. It's like that Pittsburgh thing. It's just like, come on, Don. Come down.
Donna.
Come down.
A little off topic, but I ordered from a Greek restaurant up here called Marrakesh the other day, Mediterranean restaurant, and I ordered a gyro. It's pronounced hero, but I said gyro on the phone, and the girl goes, "You mean a hero?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Like,
Like, you can't be that selfish if you work at a gyro shop, you know what I mean? You have to know, like, that sounds like a bar rescue kinda thing, just like, "We turn away customers that say gyro."
just some like stupid American guy over here, just like, "Yeah, it's a gyro, right?"
We're down to 3 more spots available, and I'm glad we talked this out loud because the honorable mentions, I feel like, are good. Like, they're good where they are. You're good with the participation trophy, and so we are down to 3 more categories. Who in their right mind wants to compete against the Icy Light brands? Turner's Iced Tea. Did we put that on there yet?
Yeah, we did.
Damn. It
Wait, did
happened.
we put Pamela's or DeLuca's on there?
Let me see. No, we did not.
Do we want to honorable mention the both of them?
Okay, let's do that. Hate
I can't.
hate hate to do that, but because they'd be the only breakfast place on the menu.
Huh? Not
I
that
mean,
Pittsburgh isn't.
on the list, I mean.
Not that Pittsburgh's not famous for breakfast stuff, but there's so much other good stuff.
Yeah. And if you guys go outside of Pittsburgh, just like the breakfast places and their pancakes, whew, like a place that used to be down the street from me called the Manor Grill, but they moved to downtown Irwin. Best pancakes on earth. I don't care what anybody says. And place called Wade's in um Export PA, fantastic pancakes. They're huge. So there's places that do have great pancakes outside of Pittsburgh.
There's a place up in the northern part of Pittsburgh, Beaver, I think Beaver Falls or Beaver area. It's called Breakfast at Tiffany's, and they actually serve you their pancake in a pizza box,
That's awesome.
right?
It's
Pittsburgh's got some
good
great
too.
stuff.
I wanna say wedding soup against Icy Light Brands.
Let me look something up real quick here. I'm just curious to know, like, is wedding soup a Pittsburgh thing?
I am the one that did put that down. Okay. I don't know if it's a uh, apparent apparently, I hate to keep saying it this way, ChatGPT said that.
No, you're right though. It's an iconic dish in Pittsburgh and Western Pennsylvania. So yeah, let's put it on there. I love it.
Yeah, wedding soup, because everywhere has wedding soup.
That is very true. You can't find any type of wedding soup down this way. And that's okay. Listen, I did not move down here for wedding soup. I moved down here for coastal stuff and for coastal people. I didn't move down here for Pittsburgh food. Just throwing that out there, guys. If you move somewhere, accept the culture and get into it. Don't bring your own crap into it. Okay, sorry. I digress.
Have you ever tried to boil crabs? Because I've seen videos online of people failing to boil crabs.
I don't like eating crabs like that.
The videos I see online is someone with like tongs and the crab's just like, yeah.
But yeah, you're boiling the guy alive. Like, come on, man. I'd probably fight back too.
We got two more spots to fill here. The number 15 and number 16. And they're going up against people that are let's be honest, they're probably gonna beat. That they're not gonna beat. Heinz ketchup is the next matchup for the number 15 spot. Who would have the best chance at this? All right, I'll say it. The raw pizza, Ohio Valley style pizza.
I was thinking that or out of left field, Hershey's.
Ooh, but that's not Pittsburgh. That's more Pennsylvania.
That's true. Thank you. That I was not sure about that in my brain. So let's go with the raw pizza because Beto's is, man, who does that anywhere else in the country?
Nobody. Like it I think about it. Like, how far is it from where I live? Like, if I were to
Like an
go out
hour.
today per se and eat that pizza,
It's not that far away. It's just on the other side of Pittsburgh, but you don't have to go through the city to get there.
well, I like not going through the city. So that sounds like a good plan.
Have you ever had Altoona style pizza?
No, I think I've heard of it, but I'm blanking on what it is. What is it?
It's so crust, sauce, and American cheese slices all over the top of it.
Yuck.
I agree. Could not agree more, actually.
That fake ass cheese just all over the pizza? No,
Al-
thank you. I'm
Altoona
all good.
style, baby.
I'm all good.
It's like the
Okay.
skyline chili of central Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Who's gonna compete against the Primanti sandwich? We have three things, technically like two things left on three things on our list. Pepe's steak and cheese hoagie. I'm sorry, Rudy's. I think they'd get an honorable mention. I think they're more, our side of Pittsburgh, the east side. And uh now for the very surprising thing that you teased in the beginning. What is a hunky hand grenade and a turkey Devonshire?
All right, so turkey Devonshire is there's a couple of variations, but for the most part, it is toast with sliced turkey and then gravy on top. It's an open faced turkey sandwich with gravy. Now, what makes it really famous, there's that, and then I'm sure you remember this the French fries on the side with the gravy on top of the French fries.
That you're bringing me back. It's-
That
uh,
is a Pittsburgh thing. Hunky hand grenades are basically like little meatloafs wrapped in cabbage and baked in some type of red sauce. We can put that as an honorable mention, I think.
okay, hunky hand grenade, honorable mention. I'm running out of ring. Hand grenade. Okay, turkey Devonshire. That's a damn good one. I feel like we need to do a bracket next year of like Pittsburgh homemade meals.
Yeah, we left this way too open.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna say the only thing that could possibly compete against a Primanti sandwich is Pepe's steak and cheese hoagie. That's the
Yeah,
only
I'm with
thing
you on
I could
that.
really think of.
I Turkey Devonshire is amazing, but that's you can't find it all over the place anymore. And I mean, not that you can find Pepe's everywhere, but they are in the city and they are awesome.
Yes. Okay. Are we okay with what we have created?
Let's hear the what do we have? Who's facing who?
Do you want me to say who's facing who, or just go throughout the whole I guess I could do the rankings as I'm like talking about it. So let me take a sip of my Disney coffee real quick.
And again, like we're gonna set these, but if you guys think of something else out there, let us know because nothing's set in stone until the episode starts next week.
Yeah, unless somebody has an uproar, just like, why didn't you put the frowny brownie on there? You made such a big deal. I mean, do you, listen, like, does the world know more about the frowny brownie or the smiley cookie? I hate to put it that way, but for this bracket, you're wrong. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, and there are places like Vincent's Pizza or Fox's Pizza or not Fox's. They're kind of international now, but places like Vincent's that are very niche to Pittsburgh, and they're like triangle bar hoagies. But we're more thinking like, what's something that's somewhat accessible to everybody, not just East Pittsburgh.
And I agree. And I think we have a pretty solid list. Not perfect, but it's a solid list. And there's going to be no perfect list, in my opinion.
I
So
agree.
our honorable mentions is the Oakmont Bakery, the Big Mac, Sarah's Candy, PNC Park Nachos, City Chicken, Quaker Steak and Lube, Pamela's and DeLuca's. I put them on the same category.
Nice.
And the Hunky Hand Grenade. And I didn't write this down. The Turkey Devonshire. I'm writing that down. Turkey. You brought me back with that one. That was great.
Dude, that is something I have been craving for a long time. It just sounds so stinking good.
Okay. Now we got the list. Our number one overall ranked team is the Primanti Sandwich, taking on the number 16 Pepe's Steak and Cheese Hoagie. And we got the number 8 Smiley Cookie taking on the number 9 Pierogies. The number 4 Pittsburgh Salad with fries, specifically buffalo chicken, taking on the Haluski. We got the number 5 Potato Patch Fries taking on the number 12 Pepperoni Roll, Mancini / DeLello's. We got number 2 Heinz Ketchup taking on number 15 Beto's Raw Pizza, Ohio Valley style. Number 7 Turner's Iced Tea taking on number 10 The Sweet Banana Split. And we got number 3 the Icy Light Brands taking on the very wet and savory wedding soup. I don't know why I had to say it that way. And then finally, the bottom of our bracket, we got number 6 Isley's Chip Chop Ham taking on number 11 Wooley's Fish Sandwich.
This is going to be hard.
It's going to be very hard, which is why we're going to have a third guest come onto the show to help us with this whole bracket.
That's right.
You can't do brackets with just 2 people. You got to have a tiebreaker. So we're happy. We're happy with this.
Yeah, I'm excited for our guest to be here next week, which is the OG, one of the OG boys in the Burgh. Andy's coming back, so we're pretty excited about that.
And it's going to be awesome. And we will finally decide why Primanti's is the number 1 in all of Pittsburgh.
Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
No, I just feel like the last couple brackets we did, it was just like clear, obvious ones. It was like the Phantom's Revenge one. And then like last year, it was like the Potato Patch Fries one. So I'm trying to find something that's going to mix some shit up a little bit. So this should do that.
I'm pretty diehard for Pepe's, so we'll see.
All right. Well, everybody, make sure to catch the episode coming out this Friday about the Pittsburgh Food March Madness Tournament. I've been Chris.
I've been JJ.
And we'll see Yins real soon.